Functions. Suppose if we have a function, f of x will be equal to 3x plus 5 and g of x will be equal to 2x. Suppose if we need to find f of 2, then we just replace x by 2 over here. So 3 multiplied by 2 plus 5. So 3 times 2 is 6, 6 plus 5. So this will be equal to 11. Suppose if we have to find g of negative 2, then it will be 2 multiplied by negative 2. So it will be giving us an answer of 4. Then the next one, inverse functions. Inverse function f of x is given to us as 3x plus 5. If we need to find our inverse function, we take our function as y. Y will be equal to 3x plus 5. Then we make x the subject. That means you have to find what is x equal to. So 3x will be equal to y minus 5. X will be equal to y minus 5 over 3. Then change this x to f inverse. F inverse of x will be equal to change y to x minus 5 by 3. This is our inverse function. If we have to find f inverse of 2, then the same way we replace x over 2 over here. 2 minus 5 over 3. So minus 3 over 3. So this gives us our answer as minus 1. In the same way, if we need to find our g inverse of x, our g of x is given as 2x. Take this as y. Y will be equal to 2x. Now make x the subject. So x will be equal to y over 2. Now change this x to g inverse of x. G inverse of x and change y to x. This is the way we find our g inverse. That is our inverse function. Now the same procedure, if you need to find what is g inverse of negative 2, if we have to find, substitute the value for x as negative 2. So this will give us an answer of minus 1. Composite functions are nothing but we combine the functions and write, that is called as composite functions. That is, suppose the same function will take f of x will be equal to x plus 5 and g of x will be equal to 2x. Now, if you need to find f g of x, that means we just write our first alphabet f as it is and we substitute g over here. Our inner one is g of x. So g of x is given as 2x. Now we compare this f and this one. Here instead of x we have a 2x. So on the right side also instead of x we write it as a 2x. So 3 multiplied by 2x plus 5. So it will be equal to 6x plus 5. In the same way, if you need to find g f of x, that means we keep our first alphabet g and we replace the value for f of x, that is 3x plus 5. And then now we substitute, compare it with g. Here instead of x we have a 3x plus 5. So wherever there is x on the right side we write it as 3x plus 5. So 2 multiplied by 3x plus 5. So it will be equal to 6x plus 10. The same thing if you want to find fg of 2. Then replace x by 2, 6 multiplied by 2 plus 5. So 12 plus 5. So it will be equal to 17. In the same way, f of 1 if you have to find. So 6 multiplied by 1 plus 10. So 6 plus 10. So it will be equal to 16. This is how we find our composite functions. This composite functions, it's not only that you need to find fg of x and find the value fg of 2. We can just generally find g of 2 and replace it in that. Or we can also, I'll just write it. We can also do it like, first find out what is g of 2. That means replace in g. So 2 multiplied by 2 will give us a 4. Now fg of 2 will be equal to, write the first alphabet. G of 2 is 4. Now substitute it in f. So 3 multiplied by 4 plus 5. 3 multiplied by 4, 12 plus 5. So it will give us the value for 17. In the same way, this one also, g f of 1. So what is the inner one? f1. So f of 1 you find out. That is, I'll write an or over here. F of 1 will be equal to, substitute in that, 3 multiplied by 1 plus 5. So 3 plus 5. So f of 1 will be equal to 8. Now g f of 1 will be equal to, in order to replace that in g, so it will be equal to 2 multiplied by 8. So it is 16. So here also when we do the expression and then substitute also we get 16, or doing like this also we get the same value. The first question, the function f is defined by f from x to 2x square minus 12x plus 13 for 0 less than or equal to x less than or equal to a, where a is a constant. First question, express f of x in the form a x plus b the whole square plus c, where a, b and c are constants. The second one, state the value for a for which the graph y equal to f of x has a line of symmetry. Third part, when a has this value, find the range of f. The function g is defined by g from x to 2x square minus 12x plus 13 for x greater than or equal to 4. Fourth part, explain why g has an inverse. Fifth part, obtain an expression in terms of x for g inverse of x. Now we'll see how to solve this question. Now let us see how to solve our first question. It is given that we have to write the expression which is given to us in the form of a into x plus b the whole square plus c, where 0 less than or equal to x less than or equal to a. Now the given expression for us is 2x square minus 12x plus 13. Now in this, we'll take a 2 outside. So it will be x square minus 6x plus 13 over 2. So it will be 2 into x square minus 6x, then plus some number, plus 13 over 2 minus some number. So now this will be 2 and our b is minus 6. b over 2 will be minus 3. b over 2 the whole square will be equal to 9. So we add and subtract a 9. So we write it over here minus 9 or plus 9 and minus 9. So this part of it we can write it as x minus 3 the whole square, and this one will give us, this is a plus 13 over 2 minus 9 2s are 18 over 2. So now this one it will be 2 into x minus 3 the whole square. This is minus 5 over 2. Now multiply this 2 inside. 2 into x minus 3 the whole square. 2 multiplied by negative 5 over 2 will give us a negative 5. See, we have written it in the form. Some questions, when they tell us to write the values for a, b and c, we write a equal to 2, b equal to negative 3 and c will be equal to negative 5. But here they have just told us to write it in this form. So we are not doing any changes. We are just leaving it like this. Now for the second part, we need to find the value for a. That is our domain we need to find. We need to find the value for a for this graph y equal to f of x has to have a line of symmetry. This is a quadratic equation. So our graph will be in the form of a u. So however our graph is, that is, this will be the end point over here, the vertex point. So in case if we can find this answer, that will give us the line of symmetry for the curve. We have f of x will be equal to, this thing we have already found out, x minus 3 the whole square minus 5. So for this, our vertex will be equal to, if we just make this as x minus 3 equal to 0, x will be equal to 3. So this, and then when this term becomes 0, that is when we substitute x as 3, we get our y value as negative 5. So this will be our vertex. So when we draw the graph, that is 3 over here and then a negative 5 over here. So this point will be our vertex. So when we draw a graph, the graph goes like this. This is a vertex. So now this point is 3, negative 5. Suppose if I draw a line like this, so automatically the curve gets split into 2 equal parts. So this is our line of symmetry. Now, the way we write this line, it passes through the x at 3. So x equal to 3 will be the line of symmetry. So the line of symmetry, x equal to 3. This is our line of symmetry. Now in order to find our value for a, that is our domain, we need to find our x values. So here when we take this much distance and the same way this much distance it has to be. So till here is 3. So 3 plus 3 will give us a 6. So that is why the value for a will be equal to 6. Now or this value what we got in our previous part for a is 6, we have to find the range for this. So now our equation, that is f of x, has become now 2x squared minus 12x plus 13, and our domain has become less than or equal to x less than or equal to 6. Now when x equal to 0 in this case, that f of x will be equal to 13. And then we have found out the minimum value. I'll draw the graph again where we had it before. That is, the vertex was 3, -5. So now we had our graph like this before. And this point was a 3. So this is the line of symmetry we had. And we had marked it as x equal to 3. So our domain we took till this side is 3. This side is also 3. So we took our domain as 6. Now when x is 0, we get a value, that is the value where it intersects. This will be equal to 13. So now our domain is from 0 to 6. That is, x will take values from 0 to 6. Till here only we are going to consider. This is our point 6. Now 0 to 6 is our domain. We need to find what will be the values of our range. Now for that, we just substitute a value of x equal to 0. When we substitute x equal to 0, we get a maximum y value, that is here it is 13. Minimum y value will be equal to -5. More than this, the graph will not go down. The maximum it can go is 13 and the minimum it can come is -5. Therefore, because of that, range of f of x is -5 less than or equal to f of x is less than or equal to. The fourth part, g of x will be equal to 2x squared minus 12x plus 13 for x greater than or equal to 4. Now we have changed our domain over here. So now when we write this, this can be written as g of x will be equal to 2 into x minus 3 the whole square minus 5. This is the same expression as we had for f of x. Now our domain is x greater than or equal to 4. So now this is our 3. 4 is over here. All these values x takes. X is greater than or equal to 4. As the graph of g of x is only right side of the minimum point. G of x, it's only the right side. I'll just write it so that it is easier. As the graph of g of x is only the right side of the minimum point. So g of x is a one-to-one function. That is, from here if you take, from 4 if you take, it will be for every x value you have only one y value. That is why it is a one-to-one function. Anytime whenever it is a one-to-one function, that is g of x has an inverse. Generally in past papers, a question is asked why the function has an inverse. You can give your answer as it has an inverse as it is a one-to-one function. The fifth part, g inverse of x you need to find. So already we have, when it is a quadratic function, we have an x squared and an x. So it is difficult to make x the subject. That is, you cannot find one single x. So what we do is, we use the completing square format and then we find out our inverse function. G of x equal to 2 into x minus 3 the whole square minus 5. Now we take this as y. Y will be equal to 2 into x minus 3 the whole square minus 5. So when I shift it, it comes as x minus 3 the whole square. This goes as addition plus 5 over 2. Then this comes as x minus 3 will be equal to square root of y plus 5 over 2, and then this one will be x will be equal to, I'll shift this 3 over here, 3, and then a plus or minus, always a square root we write a plus or minus 5, y plus 5 divided by 2, or we can write it as g inverse of x will be equal to 3 plus or minus x plus 5 over Thus, the functions are used to find the required answers. Thank you.